John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m.
Hello, everyone. This is John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience, over here at the Alkemalon Village, where each one reach one, each one teach one brick, one building, one block at a time. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about business, friendships, what it is to have friendships, to have friends, how important it is to have friends. That's also a part of each one reach one, each one teaching one. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I often tell people that, and you show it by the things that you do. Most important, I often like to put emphasis on each one reach one, each one teach one. When you're in business, or not even if you're in business, in a lot of cases, you don't have to be in business to share information, to be able to work with people. If you have the information, you should gladly share it with others. People don't know that a new business is open up, especially a Black-owned business, unless someone shares that information, just in case if they can't afford publicity and advertisement and what have you. We can spread the news by letting people know that there's a new business, a new operation that's ran by a certain person. And then and when people do that, you have to let people know, based upon the business that you're in, you let them know that you appreciate their support, because people don't have to care enough about you to support your business. But if they think enough of you and want to support you and want to give you their business, you should think enough of them to be giving them good quality service, as well as make sure that they know that you appreciate, you know, their support as well. And I just wanted to share that information with you concerning business, as well as serving good quality merchandise, rather it's clothes, rather it's food. You know, it takes a long time to build a business, but it don't take but one customer in a few minutes to tear it down. All that one customer could go back and just mention or talk about the poor service that he had, or the bad uh, merchandise that he had, or food he was served. In just a little bit of no time, the business that it took you years to build takes less than 30 minutes or so to tear down, and it spreads like wildfire. So we have to be careful what we do, pay attention to what we do and how we do it, and show that we care, not just talk it. A lot of people talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. Everybody talk about what they'll do, what they can do, and what they will do, and what they won't do. But in walking the walk is one thing, but you're not able to be able to, you can talk the talk. A lot of people just don't walk it. And based upon that in particular, I always tell people, not only do you hear what I say, but watch what I do. Because we often talks about what we do and what we want to do and can't do. So it's very important to show what you do. And just to fast forward and kind of speed up and talk a little bit about friendships. People, when you befriend people, a lot of times we really don't know the person. You have to get to know them. And once you begin to know them and you take interest in them and you like them well enough to want to befriend them, to want to be a friend of theirs, you get to the point where you kind of enjoy spending time with them, keeping their company, or when they even when they come to your place of business and what have you. And sometimes we form relationships. A relationship don't always have to be a girlfriend and a boyfriend. It could be just a business relationship. You can build own relationships and friendships once you get started, once you get to know each other. The more you find out about each other, you find out that, hey, I can trust this person. I could talk to this person. I could tell this person what's on my mind. But I also want to put emphasis on something in particular, especially when it comes to talking. You shouldn't tell people, everybody, about your business because your business is not everybody's business. That's when I say friends and friendships. Friends are someone to be valued. It's not often we run across or find real friends, real true friends. A real true friend is there when you need them through thick and thin, no matter what. It's not financially, it's just that moral support to be there. You can't find friends like that every day to be there to help meet your need. That it's not their obligation to meet your need, but when you find someone that want to offer their moral support, sometimes it's mental support, sometimes it's physical support. Just give me a hand to move something. It's not often like I find them thing. So when we find a friend, someone that you can trust, you treat them the way you want to be treated. A lot of times people say, well, don't treat me the way I treat you. Treat me the way I want you to treat me. But you'll find that that's not always good. You have a friend, I have a lot of friends. I have some people that call themselves friends, but they don't really act like it. Sometimes, and just because, you have friends, not all the time, your friend could even be there for you. They want to be there, they desire to be there, but sometimes they just can't be there. And you have to be able to know and understand that, well, this time they're not here, they're not there. I want them to be here, but they're not there. And then sometimes we find ourselves saying something like, well, every time I need you or every time I want you here, you're not there for me. Well, remember, you're not the only person that have a life. Your friends also have a life that they're dealing with. They're also dealing with their life and their lifestyles and the things that they are doing. They be there for you when they can, but when they have other things to do, you have to remember that they have a life. And in being friends, most important, I always tell people, say what you mean and mean what you say. Be able to be trusted, be trustworthy, be a person that's known that, you have a good name. Your word is your bond. When you tell someone something, be able to deliver on what you say. Be able to keep what you say. Be able to do what you say. If you tell someone that I'll be there for you, when they come to you, they're looking for you to be there. If you tell someone I'll be there to pick you up and take you to work in the morning, and you have to be at work at 8 o'clock, and they know you have to leave at least by 7, when you commit yourself and tell them I'll be there at 7, make sure you're there, if not 5 minutes before 7, no later than 7, to make sure that you get a good head start and is able to do what you say you can do or would do or would like to do to be able to, help your friend out. Unfortunately, we some people find themselves there pretty much tell you anything. Yes, I'll do this, just to end a conversation and knowing most of the time that they're not going to do nothing that they said they was going to do. It's not always about money. It's not always about uh, picking up or delivering. And sometimes people just need someone to say, everything is going to be all right. Just take your time. Patience is a virtue. Things I always tell people when it comes to jobs, when it comes to businesses and what have you, they are something to work for, not wait on. You don't wait on a friend. You work on friendships. You work on building relationships. I often, whatever I do, I try to do, even on my job, everything I do, I try to make it better. I try to make my friends better. I see where I can offer them some advice. Sometimes a real friend can see you going down the wrong road and mention to you or bring it to your attention. Maybe if you did this another way, maybe if you went at it this way in particular, you would get better results. You shouldn't keep doing the same thing and keep running into the brick wall. A real friend will tell you when he see you keep running into a brick wall, he said, don't you think it's about time to make another approach that in a different way because that is not working. That's what a real friend would tell you. They won't just tell you something, as I often say other times, just because it's good to me, don't mean it's good for me. So a real friend, even though it might hurt your feelings sometimes, but he's going to tell you what's good for you, not what's good to you. I'm not in the business of just trying to stroke people to make them feel good all the time. Hopefully, in building relationship, you can make people feel good, but sometimes you have a real friend will hurt their friend's feeling if it's going to make them better, if it's going to help them in the long run. It's not nothing in particular that we want to do, but it's something that we'll do because it's necessary, because I care enough about you to want to tell you what I see that you're doing wrong, and that if you perhaps did it another way, it would make you a better person, a better friend, a better husband, a better wife, a better whatever, a better worker on the job. You know, Sometimes we find ourselves doing things just to get by. And sometimes just to get by is not enough. I tell people every job that I have went on and did, I'm able to go back and work there because they know that I gave it all that I had. I gave it my best shot. My father would always tell me, she said, John, you can do things a way. He said, but there's always a better and an easier way to do things. And they said, don't be so fast to speak and to talk. Learn how to listen. So sometimes a person could be trying to tell you and give you some good advice, and you're so busy talking and running off at the mouth that you been to cut them off and then jumped off into the frying pan or the skillet, in a sense, when they was trying to help you and what they would have said to you, you could have avoided that. And my father said, John, people don't have to care enough about you to do anything for you, to help you, to lift you up. But when they do, appreciate it. Appreciate them. Because people, as we often say, people don't care how much you know. You could be the smartest person in the world and just ripping and rapping off about how smart you are and spitting wisdom and knowledge. And real wisdom is know when to hold and when to fold. And sometimes you can know when to walk away, and sometimes you just have to run away from situations. Everybody that say that they're your friend, they're not. And all you got to do is just take inventory, watch what they do, not all the time what they say, because it's easy and people can say anything, but what it really boils down to is what they do. Every now and then I have, people, so-called friends, they'll make you promises. They'll tell you they're going to do something and don't deliver. You can't fall out and faint with them because they don't deliver. You just have to learn not to take everything that they say for granted or take a whole lot of stock in it. because you know that people will lie. People will look you straight in the face and lie to you. They'll tell you, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to help you do this and that. When you learn better, you do better. Remember, dreams, friends, relationships, they are something to work on. Not wait on, but you work on them. You work to make it better. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out to listen to what I have to say. Hopefully, I said something to encourage, to give you something to think about. Here at the village, one brick, one building, one block at a time. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.
John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m. Akubalon Village presents youth field trip events Fridays 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. ages 5 to 17. $10 per person. Minimum 10, max 15. Saturdays and Sundays 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. $200. Minimum 10, max 15. Includes a Kubalon special, hot dogs, chips, and punch. Akubalon Village's activities and amenities: air hockey, pool table games, video games, foosball, karaoke, movies, TV, cafe. Located at 7701 Harbor Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, 48213. For more information or to schedule, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. Credit cards, checks, cash apps, and Zelle accepted. It's our pleasure to serve you. Culinary pleasure. Have your next social event here at Akubalon Village. Recreation, Entrepreneur Cafe, Culinary Pleasure, Recreation, Education, Culture. For more information, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m.
And this morning's Tasty Tuesday chef and restaurant already up and at 'em, hard at work. The breakfast griddle is going. The burger grill is fired up, and you'll probably smell it in the neighborhood. If you do, stop on in. You will not be disappointed.
Ask me, the order is ready.
Slide in for sliders at this Detroit community staple.
Ooh, the aroma from our classic recipe has been filled the neighborhood of Brightmoor and on the northwest side of Detroit over 55 years.
If his sunny disposition didn't give it away, Mike Williams is the owner of Sonny's Hamburgers, a place he's called home since he was a kid.
I started working here when I was 14, yeah.
16 years later, he's in charge and expanding with a food truck, almost road ready. But back to the burgers.
We are known for our classic burger that comes with ketchup, mustard, grilled onions, and pickle.
4 toppings, local 4. That's the way we like it.
We also have a large burger that's about a half a pound of meat, and we have a double burger that's 2 large patties stacked on top of one another.
Also between the buns, you'll find fried fish or fried chicken. So what's Sonny's secret to 55 years of success?
All our meat is hand rolled in-house, it's fresh, we get it daily. We slice our onions every day, and that's the secret to our recipe.
So simple. And while you can have a burger for breakfast and brunch, there are other classical fitting options.
Did you want cheese on it? Yeah. Yep, sausage, egg, and cheese.
Hamburgers, 4 ingredients, the double burger, the half pounder that has Jason Carr's name written all over it.
Like a half a pound, that would be lunch and dinner.
Well, being that it's a food truck, they should have pulled right on up to the plaza here.
Right.
I'd love to have restaurants coming back for Tasty Tuesday.
yet.
Maybe food
Yeah.
trucks would be a great idea.
Hi, is Mike available?
Yes, 1 second.
Thank you.
Hello?
Recording us right now because I want to know that the truck is available. This is London on the phone with Mike. Mike, the owner of Sonny's. Mike, is the truck up and running now?
Yes, everything is up and running. We ready. We have burgers going, and they smell the aroma in the air.
All right. Well, this is the after fact. You saw the video with the Sonny's hamburger, but now you're here from Mike. Everything is up and running and ready to go. Thank you, Mike. This is London. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you. Come visit us.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Next time you need a sweet treat for your special event, birthdays, parties, or just a little treat for yourself, connect with Millie's Munchies. That's right, remember Millie's Munchies. Cheesecakes, cakes, cupcakes, cookies. Give them a call or leave a message at 248-818-7290. That's 248-818-7290. Or email mildredmarion56@gmail.com. Sugar-free options available and catering in select areas. That's Millie's Munchies. Village presents Youth Field Trip events, Fridays 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., ages 5 to 17, $10 per person, minimum 10, max 15. Saturdays and Sundays 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., $200, minimum 10, max 15. Includes a coupon special, hot dogs, chips, and punch. Akubalan Village's activities and amenities. air hockey, pool table, table games, video games, foosball, karaoke, movies, TV, cafe. Located at 7701 Harbor Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, 48213. For more information or to schedule, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. Credit cards, checks, cash apps, and Zelle accepted. It's our pleasure to serve you. Culinary pleasure. Have your next social event here at Acubalon Village. Recreation, Entrepreneur Cafe, Culinary Pleasure, Recreation, Education, Culture. For more information, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. CBiz Media presents live virtual event Biz Hype, LICMC.net radio, Saturday, November 26th at 1 p.m. Hop on and get hype with us, live on radio, major social platforms, and edited for Comcast Cable TV. Registration only $25. Call or text 248-701-0885 or email cbiztv@yahoo.com. We are global, y'all. It's for anybody everywhere in the world to join us on our virtual platform with live virtual event Biz.
Next time you need a sweet treat for your special event, birthdays, parties, or just a little treat for yourself, connect with Millie's Munchies. That's right, remember Millie's Munchies. Cheesecakes, cakes, cupcakes, cookies. Give them a call or leave a message at 248-818-7290. That's 248-818-7290. Or email mildredmarion56@gmail.com. Sugar-free options available and catering in select areas. That's Millie's Munchies.